Hey, what's up, lightboltjoe here. Today we are going to discuss the 2002 rom-com film where it's got some drama to it, Maid in Manhattan. So Jennifer Lopez is the main character of Marissa. Her young son, Ty, is played by our main man himself, Tyler Posey, who goes by Tyler Garcia Posey in this film. Ralph Fiennes is in this. Stanley Tucci is in this. He plays his aide. Ralph, it plays this character, Chris Marshall, who's running for senator. He's a state assemblyman. He's running for senator, like his father, Stanley Tucci, his handler, his assistant, his guide, if you will. And so they're staying at this hotel, and Frances, something is in this. We know and love her from American Horror Story. So, staying at this hotel, Jennifer Lawrence's character is a maid on this particular floor, and she's trying on clothes of this one guest, Caroline, who's in this suite, and then Chris's character happens to come into the room along with Ty, because Ty's asking his mom if he can have permission to walk Rufus, Chris's dog, with him, because he meets him in the elevator. And then, she inadvertently becomes Caroline with the Dolce and Gabbana clothes, and, goes on the walk, and then they start to actually have feelings for each other. And then it's a matter of, am I lying? Am I not lying? How's the truth coming out? The truth comes out. She's fired. And then there's a big scandal, and then, time goes by, and then he's back in Manhattan, and he's doing more speeches and actually, kicking off the senatorial campaign. And Tyler's character of Ty gives a little speech after he's nervous in regards to giving speeches in general. Gives another speech in regards to, what do you believe in forgiveness? If people lied, shouldn't we forgive them? Should we give them another chance? And so very different in regards to politics back in 2002 as compared to now. But then we get a flash forward of a year and on magazine covers, and they all live happily ever after. There's a large chunk of this that takes place at Christmas time. So this is a Christmas film. Didn't know that upon watching this. I've seen bits and pieces of this. I've never seen the whole thing in its entirety. And by watching this in its entirety, what I love about this film is that it's a musical. But it has no music to it. It has very much the building up of the dialogue, and then you're waiting for the chorus to come out and sing something. Like, for instance, there's one scene where there's three maids, giving Jennifer's character, Marissa, a hard time. Like, you should put in that application for management. And then, someone puts, their arms around the other girls, and they're all, facing the camera. And she's like, yeah, we could all be managers. And then there was a beat. And I'm like, okay, so there's a song coming, but there wasn't a song coming. This could be a perfect musical. This could be Maid in Manhattan, the musical. And I think it would be so well. I think it would do so well, because the way that this story was written, it was written like a musical is. When there's the drama build up, the story build up, the dialogue build up, and then you're waiting for the character to break into song to carry the story to the next scene. And this did that without music, which is very difficult to do. And it got panned with critics. It did okay. It did pretty good in the box office back in the day. It's just, and everybody still talks about it all these years later, 21 years later. So it's still a staple. It's still withholding. Tyler hosted the MTV Music Awards few years back, 5-6 years back, actually, something like that. And I think Jennifer Lopez was getting an award or something, and it was neat having the two of them taking their behind the scenes photos together. And he's actually wearing a hula coconut bra and a hula skirt, so it's like mom and son reunion all over again. I think it would be a great sequel. I think you could definitely do a sequel. Tyler's old enough now. He's an adult. He's in his 30s technically. He could be putting a bid to run for Congress, and with the help of his now stepfather and mother along the way. I think it would be another great iteration of it. I think it would be really, really well. But keep his tattoos out. I think that'd be appropriate too. Keep it very modern. It would work. It would work with a sequel. It would work as a musical. It's one of those films where you just feel good at the end. And sometimes you just need one of those feel-good films at the end. Stanley Tucci did a great job. Everybody did a great job with this. I don't know why it was panned so badly at the critic level back, 21 years ago. It's a great film. I really enjoy this film. The thing that I want to know the most of, though, in regards to props, Tyler plays with these Bionicle figures, Lego Bionicle. And I have a Lego tattoo right here, right? That's the Bionicle symbol right there, alongside my Teen Wolf tattoos, actually, conveniently enough. So Tyler now has both Teen Wolf and Bionicle represented on my arm. So in '02 the film came out, which means I'm assuming they filmed it in 2001. Bionicle started in like 2000, I think, Lego Bionicle, and Tyler's got a Bionicle poster on his wall in the show, in the film, and he playing with two very specific characters, an antagonist and a protagonist, while he's waiting for his mom to, be done with her shift. I want to know, were those Tyler's actual Bionicles? Were those Tyler Posey Bionicles circa 2001 when this was actually filmed? And if they were, does he still have them? Because I would like to purchase them. I'm a big Lego fan in general. We've gone over this many a times. And I just talked about props recently, that I'm afraid to start buying props from film and movies because I don't know how I would stop in the quest for obtaining more. Movie memorabilia is great in general in regards to collectible aspects for resale value, investment purposes. I get it. I'm right there. It's also great as museum pieces as well for an aesthetic aspect, memorabilia aspect. But going into a prop endeavor, are those Bionicles still in his possession? Because I want them. And if they're not in his possession, whose were they? Were they the prop master's kids at the time? Does the prop master's kid still have the Bionicles? I want those two Bionicles. I don't know how. I don't know when. But it'll happen. At some point, it'll happen. I'm going to get them. We're going to somehow get a certificate of authenticity, whether it be literally me asking Tyler to just sign a physical piece of paper and say, I, Tyler Posey, adhere to the fact that these were my Bionicles during the filming of Maid in Manhattan, which was released December of 2002. I don't know. We'll think of something, right? I met him at a Q&A many years ago. Awesome dude. He's genuine. He's awesome. Love him to death. He's awesome. Yeah. So let's see. Who would have thought I'd be going on a Lego Bionicle rant, binge, train of thought conversation while talking about Maid in Manhattan? But hey, these things happen. You pay attention to certain things for a long enough time, things pick up. You notice certain things. I want those Bionicles. Awesome film. It should be a musical. It should also get a sequel. On to the next review. Mucho mahalo.